Welcome to yoga. Hope you're having a great day, or that you will have a great day today. Today we're just going to start in mountain pose. So let's take our feet about hip bone width apart. Let's feel our heels and under the joint of the big toe and the little toe rooting down. Go ahead and soften through the knees. Feel those hips supporting us. Draw the navel in. Feel that neutral pelvis, the tilt back and forth. And then feel the spine lengthening up all the way up to the crown of the head. Bring the hands down by our sides with our palms facing forward. Feel that breathing as we inhale and lift the shoulders up, rounding them up and then back behind us. So those shoulder blades point down toward our heels. We can lengthen out through our neck. If you'd like to, you can close your eyes, as we'll be here for several breaths. We'll want to breathe in through our nose, maybe 4 to 6 counts in. Pause for a moment and then exhale 4 to 6 counts out. Those shoulders are going to breathe up and down with you. You want to be aware to keep space from the shoulders and the ears as we breathe. Feeling the softening of the knees and rooting down of our feet right through the earth. Breathe in those good things and exhale all the way out. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the rib cage expanding with that inhale. Expanding out in all directions, out each side. Feel the diaphragm pressing down toward our pelvis as we breathe in and open up this space in our torso. Exhale, let everything come back into center, coming back into the middle. 2 more. And exhale. Go ahead and start moving side to side, just gently through the arms. Maybe the elbows start to bend as well. Maybe the shoulders start to move. Bend through the knees if you'd like. Just loosen up a little bit through that spine as we gently twist and move side to side. Gently coming back down to center. Let's step out wide, perhaps wider than the mat. Turn the toes out toward the corners of the room, and then as we bend down a little bit, look side to side to see that those knees are following the same angle as the toes. Draw the navel in and make sure that our tailbone is pointing straight down as we inhale and lift our arms straight up to the sky. So we're going to have softness in our knees, but we're going to make a big circle all the way around. So I want you to grab an imaginary ball in your hand. Feel free to bend those knees as much as you'd like to. And let's start in this direction as we rotate our trunk all the way around. So I'm going down a little bit further to the ground, but if that's not as comfortable for you, maybe your rotation ends just right here in front of you. Maybe the hips push back a little bit. Maybe you'd like to have less long of levers and bring that ball down to in front of your face. The longer the intensity or the longer the lever, the more intense that you're going to feel this in your body. So adjust in any direction that you need to for whatever works for you. As we just make that big full circle, feeling each part of our body extend and contract and help ourselves in the direction that we're going. Try not to go too fast to get yourself dizzy, of course. Go according to your own pace. Let's do one more in this direction. Coming back up to center when we're done. And then you can go into the other direction when you're ready. Long levers, short levers, smaller range of rotation, longer range. You choose what's best for you. This side rotating might feel a little bit different. It might take a moment to get used to, but adjust as you need to. Two more in this direction here. Coming up to the top. Turning our palms forward and spreading our fingers out nice and wide. So this time we're going to plie squat and come down. And as we come down, our elbows will come to the base of our rib cage. Notice that the knees are following the toes once again. Adjust if you need to. And then inhale, press ourselves up through our heels, reaching up through our fingertips. Exhale, coming down. So this is moonflowers. Inhaling and exhaling, feeling that length and extension through our arms, our legs, right down through our heels and our fingertips at the top. Go at your own pace of breathing. Imagine your spine is going up and down an imaginary wall. So our tailbone pointing down, the crown of the head up to the sky, keeping that torso nice and strong and long. Maybe we plie squat a little bit further down just as we warm up. Just depends on how you're feeling. Let's do one more. Coming to the top, going into sunflowers. So we'll maintain the length in the spine as we hinge forward with our hips. Drop our hands down. Imagine we're picking up some flowers on the floor and throwing them up to the sky. So this is sunflowers. Hinge forward, long in the spine, bend the knees, pick up the flowers and throw them up to the sky. And again, go at your own pace. Maybe as you get warmer, you'd like to go a little faster, maybe a little deeper. Draw the navel in to find that core support. Let's get two more in there. Last one. Coming to the top, plie squat down, coming into our sun pose. So we'll just plie squat down here at our knees and then turn our palms down to the floor. Feeling lengthened shoulders dropping away from our ears. Drawing the navel in, tailbone still pointing down. Feeling our quads start to get warm. Good. Lengthen up through the body. Let the hands come down. Heel toe ourselves in. So we're hip bone width apart here again. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, sitting into an imaginary chair. So our hips are behind our heels. Our knees are above or behind our toes. We're drawing the navel in so we have length in our spine from our tailbone to the crown of the head. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, sweeping up. And exhale, chair. Let's do one more. Inhale, sweeping up, and this time let's forward fold. So bend the knees, hinge forward like you're diving down into a pool. Feel those feet still anchoring ourselves down, drawing our navel in, and maybe you would like to swing the arms back and forth and the shoulders. Maybe you'd like to take those hands and cup them over the elbows. Maybe the hook of the thumbs into the creases of the elbows. Maybe you'd like to add a little bouncing, a little shifting, just to feel the separation of that vertebrae with gravity doing the work here. Wherever we are, let's make sure that we gently move our neck. Move our head side to side to loosen up through the neck, back and forth, side to side. Inhale into a half lift. So we'll retract our shoulders, lengthen our spine so it's parallel to the floor. Hands on the shins or on the quads for support. And the neck is an extension of the spine, so we'll want to keep our gaze remaining downward. Because the moment we lift our head up, we're going to start to feel some hammocking in our spine. So start to feel that lengthen the spine, draw the navel in nice and tight. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. From our forward fold, let's step our right foot back behind us and come into a kneeling lunge. So place that knee down onto the mat. I'll turn this way. Front foot all the way down onto the floor. Inhale, sweep ourselves up. Exhale, shift the weight forward and lift the heart and the crown of the head up to your desired length. So we feel that length in the hip flexor on the right side from the knee, lengthening all the way up the heart to the crown of the head. Shift the weight back up to center. Let's move through this. Exhaling, coming forward. Inhaling up. Exhaling, deepening if you'd like. Exhale up. Breathing. And shifting that weight. Let's go one more time. And back up to center. Bring the hands down, bring the knees together. Let's switch side. So the right knee comes forward, right leg comes forward. Back knee stays down onto the mat. Front foot all the way down to the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, shift the weight forward. Inhale up. Let's try to keep ourselves square to our direction that we're at. So it doesn't have to be a very big dip, but we're just shifting the weight and lifting. As we breathe, at your own rate, let's get two more in there. And last one. Come back up to the center. Bring the hands onto the hips, knees onto the mat, and let's reach forward into our child's pose. So in child's pose, reach the hands forward, shift the hips back, sink into our hips. Let our head rest onto the mat. Now you can also let those knees go out nice and wide so that when we come forward, the belly goes in between those knees. And if it's not comfortable for the hands to be above the head, we can also bend at the elbows, pancake, or stack the hands on top of each other and let the head rest on a surface. It's important to let the head rest on a surface so that we can have our neck relax. So wherever you are, head either on the mat, on the hands for support, so we can really release in the shoulders. Another option is to let the hands come down by the ankles too. we are, let's all take our hands up above our head, place the palms down onto the mat about shoulder width apart, and let's all bring our knees in so they're hip bone width apart. So we're sitting back into our child's pose, hip bone width apart, hands up above, head down. We're going to go into half series so we can warm up our upper body before we move into any sun salutations. So first, draw the navel in toward the spine, engaging the transverse abdominals. So we'll just pull the navel up into the spine. With our next inhale, shift the weight forward into a kneeling plank. From the knees to the crown of the head, think of a fairly straight line. Draw the navel in as opposed to letting ourselves drop down or letting our tailbone stick up. So nice and long, knees to the crown of the head. Strong in those arms, fingers nice and wide. Exhale, lowering down, using our triceps muscles to lower ourselves down and hover right over the mat for a moment. Drop the belly all the way down. Firm up the thighs, use the back muscles to lift the heart up into baby cobra. Take the neck out of the shoulders. Exhale, lower the heart down. Elbows in, pull the navel up off the floor and press ourselves up rather than peeling ourselves up. And if that's really hard, just take the hands out a little bit wider and do more of a push-up so that we come up into that kneeling plank. Then shift the weight back, child's pose. Inhale, kneeling plank. Exhale, lowering down. Think about that long spine. Use those triceps, hover, drop down. Use the extensor muscles in the back, baby cobra. Elbows in close to the rib cage. Heart down, navel pulls up off the floor, elbows in or adjust. Press up to kneeling plank. Shift the weight back, child's pose. Inhale, kneeling plank. Exhale, lowering down. Baby cobra. Heart down, elbows in, navel up, press up. Shift back, child's pose. And again, going at your own pace. Exhale, lowering down. Find that baby cobra. Use the back muscles to lift the heart up. It doesn't have to be very high. Heart down, navel up, elbows in. Press up, kneeling plank. Shift back, child's pose. 2 more. Inhale, kneeling plank. Exhale, lowering down. Baby cobra. Heart down, navel up, elbows in. Press up to kneeling plank. Child's pose. And last one, kneeling plank. Think about that length in the spine. Exhale, lowering down, hovering. Baby cobra. Heart down, navel up, elbows in. Press up, kneeling plank. And push back, child's pose. Bring ourselves up a little bit. Take this right arm, sweep it up away from us, and then weave it underneath us. Press that opposite shoulder down. Open up through the shoulders and the deltoids. Sitting back, hips to heels. Breathe and open up through the back. Feel the rib cage expanding. Release this side. Let's take that left hand, reach away from us, twisting. Exhale, weaving underneath, eye of the needle, pressing that shoulder down gently. Let the head rest on the mat. Let's release this side and come right into a tabletop position here. So our knees are hip bone width apart, Hands shoulder width apart. I'll step onto lock, which is, imagine that you have your hands in the sand. You're making a nice deep imprint in the sand. Feel that lengthened spine from the tailbone up to the crown of the head. Draw the navel in for that flat back. And we'll go into cat into cow. With our next inhale, draw the navel down toward the mat. Let the tailbone, the heart, and the crown of the head reach up to the sky. So now we are hammocking in our spine. Nice and strong in our shoulders. Keep the neck away. And exhale, reverse the motion, round out through the back. Let the pelvis or let the tailbone and the crown of the head drop down. Feel the shoulders separating as we hollow out our belly into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. So we'll go into cat and cow with the inhale and the exhale. As we go through at your own pace of breathing. Try to envision those vertebrae moving up and down in the direction, arcing up, coming back down together. Let's do one more of each wherever we are. Working our way back into tabletop when we're done. Finding the length in the spine there. Moving on to spinal extension. So in spinal extension, we'll first take our right foot and reach it back behind us. Opposite hand in front of us. Imagine and feel that straight line from the heel as it's pushed up against an imaginary wall to our fingertips, which are reaching in front of us. Exhale, release. Inhale, left foot reaches back. Opposite hand to the front of the room. As we do this and go side to side, notice that the hip bones are staying the same distance away from the ground and that the neck is an extension of the spine. Because again, the moment that you lift up, you're going to feel that the back leg and the hand will want to also shift up. Going side to side as we inhale and exhale, great core balance as we find that extension. So think more about reaching to the front and the back of the room. With your breathing. One more on each side. Going into child's pose when you're done. Let's take one more deep breath here in child's pose. Let's all extend our hands up, palms down onto the mat. Knees hip bone width apart. Turn the toes under and lift ourselves up to our first downward facing dog. So we want to make sure that our feet are hip bone width apart first of all. The heels may or may not touch, and that's fine. You don't have to even have straight legs. Feel free to press up and down through those heels so that we can get extension in the hamstrings as we stretch them out for the first time today. Feel the tailbone lifting up to the sky, and we want to focus more on the length of the spine. From the tailbone, down the spine, past our shoulders, past our wrists, and our palms to the fingertips. So we want to press in toward the fingertips and release a little bit of that pressure off of our wrists. Our ears on either side of our arms, thinking of ourselves as an upside down V. Let's walk the feet up to the top of the mat into forward fold. So bend at the knees as much as you'd like to. Let's take a moment to soften through those shoulders. Gently shake out the neck. Inhale, come into our half lift. Retract the shoulders. Make a number 7 with the profile of the body, keeping that length in the spine. And again, that neck is a continuation of that length of the spine. So keep it nice and long. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, and then let's roll it up one vertebrae at a time, pressing down to the heels first and feeling that extension through the legs, still slightly soft in the knees, coming up to our tailbone, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, stacking the vertebrae one on top of another as we come fully up into our standing resting pose, mountain pose. Now moving on to sun salutations. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, number 7 with your body. Exhale, forward fold. Take the right foot and sweep it straight back behind us so that our feet are still hip bone distance apart. We're in low lunge, or you can put that back knee down onto the ground for kneeling lunge. I'll start in that low lunge. Light in the fingertips, strong in the belly, strong in the core. Step back, down dog. Inhale to plank. Feel free to lower the knees down into kneeling plank too if you wish. As we work on arm strength as we exhale and lower ourselves down, adjusting the position of the hands as you need to. Hold there for just a moment, drop down. Then baby cobra, just like we did before, or if you like a little bit more, bring the hands up for full cobra. Hands down, heart down, draw the navel up, elbows in, press up to kneeling or full plank. Remember to press and find length in the spine. Lift up, down dog. Take the right heel up to the sky, reach it up high, high, high. Sweep it forward in between the hands, and if you like to, you can grab that foot and help it so it comes all the way up between the hands. So kneeling lunge on the floor, or low lunge, just extending through that back leg. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Hands together, exhale, sit into our imaginary chair. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold. Left foot goes back this time into our low lunge, kneeling lunge, or if you would like to, you can bring the torso up and come into a full crescent lunge. Hands, options, prayer, cactus, lengthen up to the sky, shoulders down away from our ears. So we want to make sure that we press into that back leg. Press that heel down toward the floor. It may or may not touch. Draw the navel in so we have a neutral pelvis rather than pressing ourselves forward. Front knee over the ankle. Hands down on either side of that front foot. Down dog. Inhale to plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lower down. Hover for a moment. Go down to baby cobra. Cobra, or if you'd like to, you can shift your weight forward and press ourselves up, turning the backs of the feet onto the backs of the feet, tops of the feet, to up dog. In up dog, we want to draw the navel in, lift the heart up, press down through the shoulders, and lift up to the sky. We're still firming up our legs. Nice tight core. If you're a baby cobra or cobra, start to press yourselves up. If you're an up dog like I am, draw the navel in, turn the toes under, nice and long in that plank. Down dog, shifting up. Take the left heel to the sky, sweep it on forward to find the lunge that works for you. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold. Reverse swan dive. And chair. So we'll do that several times on each side. Feel free to adjust as you need to, or cut anything out that doesn't work for you. Go at your own pace. Inhale, sweeping up. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Number 7 with the body. Exhale, forward fold. Take the right foot back into the lunge of your choice. Down dog when you're ready. Inhale to plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lowering down nice and strong. Choose baby cobra, cobra, or up dog. Make your way back up to down dog, nice and flat in that plank. When you come up, right heel up to the sky, sweep on forward to find your lunge. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, forward fold. Reverse swan dive, coming into our chair. Inhale, sweeping up, forward fold, half lift, forward fold. Take the left foot back into our lunge, your lunge. Down dog when you're ready. Inhale to plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lowering down to go through your flow, choosing baby cobra, cobra, or up dog. Make your way back to down dog. Add any other options that you like. Take that left heel to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. Sweep it on forward to find your lunge. Step to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold. Reverse swan dive into your chair. Inhale, sweeping up. Forward fold. Half lift. Forward fold, right foot back, lunge. Down dog when you're ready. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lowering down, going through your flow. Choose your options. Baby cobra, cobra, or up dog. Make your way back to down dog when you're ready. Take that right heel to the sky. Sweep on forward, finding your lunge. To the top of the mat. Forward fold, half lift, forward fold, reverse swan dive, chair. Inhale, sweeping up, forward fold, half lift, forward fold, left foot back, choose your lunge, down dog when you're ready. Inhale to plank or kneeling plank, exhale, lowering down. Choose your options, baby cobra, cobra, up dog. Make your way back to down dog. And take that left heel to the sky, sweep it on forward, finding your lunge. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Half lift, forward fold, reverse swan dive, chair. Inhale, sweeping up, find extension, forward fold. Half lift, forward fold, right foot back into your lunge, down dog when you're ready. Inhale to plank, exhale, lowering down, choose your options, baby cobra, cobra, up dog. Make your way back to down dog when you're ready. Right heel to the sky, sweep it on forward, find your lunge. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold, half lift, forward fold, reverse swan dive, chair. Inhale, sweeping up, keep going, forward fold, getting warm, half lift, forward fold, left foot going back into your lunge. Choose what you like, anything works. Down dog when you're ready. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lowering down, choose your options. Baby cobra, cobra, up dog. Make your way back to down dog when you're ready. Take that left heel to the sky, sweep it on forward, find your lunge. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, forward fold, reverse swan dive, chair. Let's add on, inhale, sweeping up, forward fold, half lift, forward fold. Take the right foot back, let's go into a lunge, down dog when you're ready. Inhale to plank, exhale, lowering down, choose your options. Make your way back to down dog when you're ready. Take that right heel to the sky, sweep it on forward. Stay right there in your lunge. Okay, let's all come up to full crescent lunge here. So bring it all up, torso coming up. From here, we will go into our warrior one. So let me just turn around. So your right foot, left foot is back. So we'll turn the left foot out to the corner of the room. Place that foot all the way down onto the mat. Lengthen out this entire left leg behind you, nice and long and straight. And then bring the shoulders and turn them to square them up to the front foot. So as we do that, we should feel that hip opening up in this direction here. Bend through the front knee to feel that openness. Feel solid in the feet, right down, rooting right down. You can choose prayer arms, cactus arms, up to the sky, melting the shoulders down. Draw the navel in. Try to maintain that neutral pelvis. Good, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, forward fold, reverse swan dive, and chair. Inhale, sweeping up, forward fold, half lift, forward fold. Take the left foot back into our lunge, down dog. Inhale to plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lowering down, choosing your options, baby cobra, cobra, up dog, making your way back to down dog when you're ready. Taking that left heel up to the sky, sweeping it on forward into our lunge. So now we'll go warrior one on this side. So right foot plants down into the floor, turning at an angle to the corner of your room. Lengthening all the way down this right leg to the outside edge of that foot. When you feel that length all the way down, bring the shoulders back to the front of the room to square up with the hips and that front knee. Bend through that front knee, draw the navel in, neutral pelvis. Arm options, whatever you'd like. Feel those feet evenly pressing down. Lots of good pressure here, right through the earth. Feel those legs doing a lot of work. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, forward fold, reverse swan dive, and chair. Nice. Inhale, sweeping up, forward fold, half lift, forward fold. Okay, take that right foot back again into a lunge. Let's come up here into our regular lunge. And we're gonna move through lunge and warrior warrior three. So there's a lot of options here to go into warrior three. First, we're all gonna draw our navel in nice and tight. We're gonna lean forward a little bit. And then bring a lot of our weight onto this front leg. Most of our weight onto this front leg. If you feel comfortable lengthening out the leg a little bit, great. You can also now be on the top of the toe. Flex the foot to lift up as far as you'd like. Maybe all the way up to be level to the ground as we hinge forward. So we're kind of making a T with our bodies now. Our hands can be on our hips to the sides or full levers out the front, but again, full levers need higher intensity, so listen to your body. Now come back down into that lunge. And then come forward, choose your warrior three. Then back into our lunge. Warrior three. Back into lunge. And one more time, warrior three. Always add intensity or de-intensify, whatever you'd like. Come back into our lunge. Nicely done. Step to the top of the mat. Mountain pose. Shake out those legs, loosen up those hips. Inhale, scooping up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take the left foot back behind us into our lunge. Full crescent lunge, bring the entire torso up. Whatever options for arms that you'd like. Neutral pelvis, draw the navel in. And then prepare ourselves to press ourselves forward. Flying lunge, coming onto that back leg, or front leg, lifting the back leg up as high as you would like to go. Adding any arm options as well. Bending up, coming back down to our lunge. Warrior three. Goodness. Lunge. Warrior three. And just go with your own pace and breathing and stability of balance. So if that back toe doesn't even come off the ground, that's fine too. Maybe we just come forward and reach. And that works too. Remember arm options. Let's do two more. And come back to our lunge. Step to the top of the mat. In our mountain pose. Relaxing those feet. Okay. Let's do a low gate pose just to open up in our inner thighs here. So you'll want to come out wide on your mat, so maybe turn sideways here. In fact, I'll turn my mat a little bit sideways here. Okay. Let's step out wide. And then we'll just have you lunge to your front leg. I guess this is your front leg. So just a nice, easy lunge. If you'd like a little more intensity, let's all just make sure that that front foot stays all the way down onto the mat. We can lower the hips down and let that back foot come up. So essentially, we could be like this. But make sure that that front heel stays onto the floor. Lift that heart up, or we stay up here. So up here, or come all the way down, lifting up. Like to have the hands down on the floor for support, that works too. Anywhere on the floor for support. Just no matter what you do, just make sure that that front heel stays down on the floor. We'll gently help ourselves to the other side. So maybe again, maybe you stay here. Maybe you'd like to go lower. Maybe you'd like to go all the way down, all the way low. heel all the way down to the floor. Lift the heart up. Find that length in the inner thigh, the hamstring, inner hamstring. Shift to the other side. Other side. One more time, side to side. And switch. Let's all come up to center now. Bring those feet out nice and wide. Turn the toes in, so a little bit pigeon-toed. Drop our head down. Standing split. So maybe the hands are on the thighs for support. Maybe you're up here for support, that's good too. Just a little bit more even of an inner thigh stretch. Maybe the hands go out to the shins, or down to the ankles, or down to the floor. Maybe the elbows come to the floor. Just let gravity do the work here. Or however far your body would like to go down. However good that feels to you. Adjust as you need to at any time. Play with those hands. Maybe you'd like to have them behind you. Maybe in front of you, maybe to the sides. Let's give ourselves some support here as we bring our hands under us and heel toe ourselves back in to shoulder width apart. Roll ourselves up one vertebrae at a time. Ragdolling ourselves up. Inhale, sweeping up. Add a little back bend, so reach up, lift the heart to the sky, root down through the feet, add a little back bend. Ew, your body will tell you when to stop. Come back up to center. Arms down by the sides. And we'll do our standing balance pose now. Let's first root down through your right foot. If you're standing on carpet, you might want to step off onto linoleum or hardwood or something like that for a little bit more stability. So when you get there, root down through that right foot, slight softness in this knee. And we'll just go into tree pose. So opposite foot, first option is just a little kickstand, so our toe is down onto the floor. Just a little bit of help here as we balance, but we're standing straight up. Option two, bring that foot onto the calf. Option three, lift that heel and the entire foot up above the knee. So we never want to put any pressure onto our knee to get our knee out of whack, basically. But stand up as straight as you can. Feel that center right up through the spine, up through the crown of the head. Hands remain on our hips. In prayer, out to the side or anywhere up to the branches of the tree as we lengthen ourselves up. And feel those ankles, just find that center out of the shaking. That pose, find a spot to focus onto. Sometimes having your foot up here will also depend on how slippery your pants are. I have some pants that don't work so well with this, so. Bring the hands down. Release that leg, shake it out. Shake the other leg out. Supporting leg. Going to the other side. Rooting down through the left foot now. Feeling those 3 points of our foot connect. Opposite foot, little kicks down on the floor maybe. Maybe right to the foot on the calf. Maybe right above the knee. Lengthening up through the torso, up through the crown of the head, whatever hand options you'd like. Feeling that ankle engage, getting out of the wobbly ankle, finding a spot to focus on. Slowly release that leg, shake it out, shake out the supporting leg. Let's go ahead and take a seat down onto our mat. Let's come into half lotus pose or feet together. In cobbler's pose, up to you. Find those sits bones, separate the flesh out of our glutes. Sit up nice and tall. Let's take the right hand onto the opposite knee. Left hand down by our hip. Inhale, lengthen up the spine. Exhale, add a little twist looking behind us. Exhale, release this side. Left hand to the knee. Right hand down by your hip. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, add that little twist look behind us. And release, coming back to center. Let's bring the knees up in front of us. Just a little tiny bit of core here. So we'll lean ourselves back, making a V from our knees to our hips to our shoulders. And we want to lift our heart up to the sky rather than making a C here. So lift that heart back up, bring the shoulders back, and we'll just be in boat pose here. So we can stay right here if you'd like. You can lift the leg up and have the hands behind the knees for support, or you can let go altogether, or you can extend the legs up. So whatever works for you. And as we breathe, you might feel that you're shaking a little bit, and that's perfectly normal. So shake away. And let's grab our oar and pretend that we're rowing in a kayak. Very awkward kind of way, side to side. Imagine some tension as you pull that water. Pull yourself forward like a little contraction. Keep the heart lifted up. Remember, those feet can be down on the floor too, or 1 foot at a time. Good options. One more on each side. Get rid of that oar. Come on back up. All right. Go ahead and lie yourselves all the way back here onto your back. And we'll stretch out these hip flexors that we just worked on with our boat pose. So bring the heels in close to the glutes. One vertebrae at a time, starting with the tailbone. Start to lift and round up through the spine, all the way up to the shoulders. So squeeze the glutes, plant those feet onto the mat, and lift the glutes up, lengthening out those hip flexors. If you'd like, you can stay here. You can also interlace the fingers underneath the back and walk the shoulders in. Walk the shoulders out, release the hands and come down one vertebrae at a time as we come back to our neutral spine. So feel every vertebrae touch and roll down, and then find that neutral spine as we find the tailbone connecting. Good. So we can do another one of those, or you can go into wheel pose too. So either you can choose to roll back up or bring the hands back behind us and lift up to the sky. So whatever works for you, in whatever capacity works for you. And then wherever you are, start to come out of that pose. Maybe that bridge pose, releasing the hands, coming back down one vertebrae at a time. Wheel pose, coming on down. And bring the knees into the chest. Rocking side to side. Forward and back. Let's separate the knees and bring them closer to our shoulders for happy baby. You can stay right here. You can either also take your index and middle finger around your big toe and squeeze those knees in closer to the shoulders. Or you could take the hands on the outsides of the feet as well. It's another option. If you'd like, you can extend the legs out, rock side to side, in any option. Happy babies really do this. All babies do this. Release through those legs. Let's take those feet, soles together, adjust the hips, let those knees just fall out to the sides in cobbler's pose. However far down they fall. Hands can be on the hips, they can be on the sides. Just feel again, opening of hip flexors, hips, inner thighs. Adjust through the hips, down onto the floor so we're not overarching in our spine as well. Relax those shoulders. Bring the knees back up. Let's take the feet out wide, wider than your mat, okay? And then we're just gonna roll onto the inside and the outsides of the feet so that the knees point in the same direction. Take the hands out to the sides. It's kind of a windshield wiper. Drawing the navel in as we bring the knees up and then going to the other side. Finding that stretch along the side of your body. Drawing the navel in, lifting the knees up, going side to side. At your own rate, your own pace. back to center when we're done. Drawing the knees in. One more little rocking. Side to side, forward and back. And then you're going to choose your favorite pose for Shavasana. So maybe that's back to cobbler's pose. Maybe you'd like to extend your legs down in corpse pose, hands out to the sides. Maybe you would like to be curled up in a ball on your side. Maybe you'd like to drag yourself over to a wall and lift your legs up the wall. And you can also be seated. So just go ahead and close your eyes wherever you are. Find the option that works best for you for your final resting position. Close your eyes. And let's smooth out our brow. Let's feel our eyes releasing tension, softening around our eyelids. Releasing the tension in the bridge of the nose. Letting the cheekbones and the jawline soften. Letting the neck and the shoulders melt down into the earth. Letting the arms relax down to our wrists and our fingers. Finally letting our core release. Feeling the hips sink down into the earth. Along with our quads, our hamstrings. Softening around our kneecaps. Our shins and our calves relaxing. Continuing on to our ankles and then our toes. And finally, really letting those thoughts in our minds float away. And have no thoughts left in our minds. Start to move through our toes. Start to move through our fingers. If you're lying down, draw the knees into the chest and rock side to side. If you're on your side, stay there. If you're seated, stay there. If you are rocking side to side, go ahead and turn over all the way onto one side. So I'll take a moment to breathe. And when you're ready at your own pace, come up to be seated and join me. Put a little smile on your face. With our next inhale, sweep the arms up nice and big. Gently press the fingertips together and the palms together. Exhale, coming down to heart center. Being so grateful for the bodies that we have, for the things that we have, for the blessings that we have. Showing grace and gratitude to all those that we come in contact to this week. Thank you for practicing yoga with me. Until next time, namaste.